This is crazy, guys. This has never happened to me before. I mean, I'm sure it has, but I've never filmed it before. What's up, everyone? Ronin here. Today we're going to be checking out a new group for the channel. We're going to be reacting to ISA or Yoasobi. I did really brief research on who ISA was, and I guess they're this really talented producer from Japan, and they have a band called Yoasobi. This is kind of a random reaction for me. They just ended up in my timeline, and as far as I know, I've never heard their music before, but I did see that their music videos are kind of anime themed, and we watch a lot of anime on this channel, so I figured I would check it out and see what it's all about. I don't even know what genre of music this band is in, so we're going in pretty blind. And the song, I had to also translate the title of the song. This one's called Idol. If I got that wrong, we can blame Google. And for those of you unfamiliar with me, I'm a musician. I do a bunch of reaction videos to music and to anime, sometimes movies. And that's kind of where I come from with my perspective, is from a musician's point of view, mostly instrumental stuff. That's kind of more my cup of tea. So we're gonna go ahead and dive on into this and see what we think. Whoa! I'm gonna turn this up. The production level is pretty insane. So would this be a J-pop thing? I never listen to J-pop, so... Really love the time changes. Wow, really creative. Whoa. Sounds epic. There's so much to feast on with this. It's like sensory overload for me. But really good though. again. Wow. So okay, let me just look this up before I. It's a Japanese music super duo formed by Sony Music. That's usually where that term comes from when you say like super band, is that you get musicians from already successful projects or other bands and you combine them into one. So like the Gorillaz would be considered like a super band. So this is a super duo. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. That was amazing, actually. And yeah, it does say the genre is J-pop. I apologize to all J-pop. Let's throw in K-pop in there too. I actually edit for another channel that does K-pop, and most of it is not quite my cup of tea, but every now and then there's a song that comes along. It's like, that was cool. This may have been my first J-pop encounter, because I don't think I've really like subjected myself to it. I may have heard J-pop like off to the side, or maybe it was in an anime. I was kind of taken hostage to listen to a J-pop song through an anime, maybe, but I've never actually straight up subjected myself to one on purpose. So I suppose this would be completely on accident because I didn't know what sort of band this was. But in terms of J-pop, like how high does this duo rank? Is it on this tier usually? Because this was really great, especially from a musician's point of view, listening to the production level of the song. How many things are going on at the same time is just like really crazy. And as nice as the animation was for the video, I'm glad they didn't go like too crazy on the animation. It was really great character design in the video itself and a really nice art style, but it wasn't like overly stylistic necessarily. Not a lot of flashing lights and, you know, super anime-esque. So that allowed me to at least focus on the music a little bit more, because I've had instances where the music is really interesting and the music video is also really interesting, and I didn't have enough brain cells to focus on both at the same time, especially for my first consumption. Because like there's so much going on musically, and even though it's J-pop, it kind of mixed a few genres in there, at least in that song. Like it had a little bit of hip-hop going on with the way that the lyrics are being delivered and the time changes, you know, how the rhythm of the vocals is working with the beat. And I really like those little moments where the song slowed down a little bit and we were playing with those upbeats while we were saying the lyrics. That was really cool. I usually am not a huge fan of dance beats because it's just literally and then the variation is it only takes me so far that the second the song starts to get repetitious, they switch it. They change something. They add an idea. How many ideas are packed into this song is absolutely insane. And while there are talented people from wherever, it doesn't really matter what country we're talking about. There's always gonna be talented people somewhere. And music is super subjective, and I think it's super case-by-case basis. Before I digress into a stupid point, let me just get my actual point out, which is Japanese musicianship is on an insane level. Like when it gets really good, they're from another planet. I normally don't think I would have liked a song like this, of this genre, and yet here we are, and I'm sitting here like really admiring this. Like it opens up a door for me. It makes me wonder, are there other songs like this that I would be into? This is crazy, guys. This has never happened to me before. I mean, I'm sure it has, but I've never filmed it before. I get it. Like, I really get it. You know, and it's not from a perspective of, oh yeah, I get why you like it. It's not for me though. It's like, no, I like it, so now I get it. That's crazy. And I think it's because the song changed so much. Anytime I was like, it's like, okay, yeah, this sounds like it would be J-pop. It then changes, and then it's like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. It gave me so much to feed on, and I really appreciate that. It's a bummer sometimes when you listen to a song that's from a genre and it does nothing to push the genre forward, or it doesn't make any attempt to stand out amongst its peers. Well, we got the chord progression down and we got the lyrics down. I guess we're done, you know. And it's like, no, like when we listen through the song, or do we ever get bored? I really appreciate people who create art, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be strictly music, but is able to self-critique, listen to what they're making, and then ask themselves, did I ever get bored listening to this? And then if the answer is yes, then they ask themselves, if I'm bored listening to this, what's to stop the next person from getting bored listening to this? That doesn't mean everything I make is going to be gold. It just means it's you need to be self-aware, I think, sometimes of what it is you're making, and that's how you end up progressing. Being able to critique yourself on that level and just asking yourself the tough questions. That is a long-winded explanation on the word effort. A lot of effort was put into this. It's insane. it's an insane amount of effort. If their other music is anything like this, I can see why this group has 4.5 million subs and they got 1.6 million views within 2 days. Amazing. I'm really glad I checked this out. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. That's it for me though. If there's any other songs from this group or any other groups like this, feel free to let me know. I want to check it out. Anyway, that's it for me guys, and I'll see you next time.